Hello, my name is Ashley Peake, and the title of my chapel talk is The Beauty of Logic, How Mathematics and the Arts Are More Connected Than You Think. Superficially, mathematics and the arts are as unconnected and different as any two subjects can possibly be. Math is logical. It exists to create and follow rules. Art is creative. True artists strive to break the rules, to rebel against the expected in order to discover the unknown. It seems almost paradoxical that math, the language of the sciences, could have anything to do with music, dance, or visual art, the languages for human expression. These subjects seem unrelated because performing well in math does not necessarily increase performance in art and vice versa. For example, several research studies reported by Scientific American indicate that training in instrumental music does not result in a statistically significant increase in math scores. However, while these studies show that proficiency will not always transfer, these subjects are inherently related, and the understanding of one enhances the understanding of the other. For instance, mathematical concepts are fundamental to the creation of all good art, even when the artist does not consciously realize it. This idea is most evident in music, as notes and chords must follow a mathematical order to sound pleasant to listeners. Much of dance is deeply rooted in mathematics, particularly geometry. Choreographers deliberately manipulate the lines and angles created by dancers' bodies. Movements of the individual dancers can then come together to create even more complex shapes in the group as a whole. Math also heavily influences the creation of visual art. Perspective, motion, symmetry, and many other ideas significant in realistic artwork are inherently mathematical in nature. In all of these examples, an artist's attention to mathematical principles, even when it is subconscious, increases the effectiveness or aesthetic quality of the piece. Math does not only influence art, though. Art can also influence math. Mathematical concepts, even before they are understood, can often be represented in art. For instance, Henry Adams, a professor of art history at Case Western Reserve University, writes that archaeologists have discovered geometric tilings in 14th century Spanish palaces. Although mathematicians had not yet begun to analyze symmetry, these elaborate pieces of artwork incorporate 16 of the 17 possible forms of symmetry. Unfortunately, the way math is taught in the current educational system in the United States ignores its connection to art. There are many studies that show that math is better learned when taught through dance, music, or art. This approach allows students to more fully understand concepts and to enjoy the material in a way they might not have been able to with only a textbook. As Mubin, a high school math teacher, writes, quote, "The best way to cultivate a generation of critical thinkers is to get them addicted to solving problems. Mathematics is only able to accomplish this when it is beautified, when it is embraced as an art." End quote. In the end, the world is not a dichotomy between logic and creativity. There is no left brain versus right brain. Instead, they exist together as a complex and integrated whole. Math and art should thus be taught together, enhancing both subjects and inspiring a generation of creative and mathematically minded thinkers to solve the problems of the modern world. Thank you.